Hi, this is Majinoni, and I thought I'd get rid of the AVX crossover stuff right off the bat, so that way you guys can see what's going on with this. Let's start with the round 2 issue. Now, I love battle books, but this I don't think did a great job for it. I understand that what it's doing is it's setting the stage for all the individual battles, but the problem that we have here is it's ignoring what happened the issue before it. If you remember the last issue, you had the Avengers up on the helicarrier, and they dropped down. I specifically remember seeing a panel where Luke Cage was falling, and he had his fist ready, and he's ready to punch somebody. But here, they kind of forget that, and they throw Colossus in the air, and he basically makes a hole in the carrier where all the heroes are standing, and then they all just fall into the ocean. So basically, what it really looks like to me is nobody read the previous issue. They just decided to take the story in the direction they wanted to do it without paying attention to what people did earlier. Personally, I think this is a horrible, horrible panel. The Red Hulk, I don't know, to me the Red Hulk should be massive, he should be strong, and yeah, granted there's a lot of muscles, I don't think this is a very good Hulk. It looks kind of less impressive, other than just, he looks like a guy on steroids, basically. Now, in terms of the battles, like I said, I can see where they're setting up everything, but I don't think the battles are really that good. Okay, Namor and the Thing, granted, that's a good fight, but he's underwater. You're going to tell me that Namor is going to lose against the Thing? Oh, so you throw Luke Cage in there. Like, Luke Cage is going to make a difference against Namor in the water. I'm like, please. And then you have Cyclops getting hit in the head with a shield. I mean, it mentions the fact that he got concussion, but yet he's still fighting. I'm like, please. He should have been knocked out on the ground, and end of story. And while there are some interesting things like with the interactions between Emma and Tony, you have an interesting thing going on with Doctor Strange and magic. It's just I don't think it's a strong book. I think if anything, all this is just to get you to the end where Hope actually does something. Basically, she's on the run now. We also get to see Quicksilver, and Quicksilver being a stupid idiot again. And there's a very brief couple panels of Wanda. Overall, I think this is an okay issue. I don't think it's that as good as the first one was, only because I think what they just did was this is just a matchup for the Avengers AVX versus title, and I hope that once they get past this initial stage, that it actually is going to go into development of a better story. Now, while I had my issues with this, I had more issues with these two titles. And by that I mean, again, these people don't seem to understand continuity from issue number 1. And that has me very worried that what they're basically doing is it's basically free to do whatever we want to do, and without paying attention to what happened. Now, let's look at Wolverine and the X-Men. While this was a great issue in terms of what happened in it, it doesn't pay any mind what the interaction between Wolverine and Captain America in the Avengers Mansion makes nothing of that. Now here, at the beginning, you have a bunch of aliens and they're betting on which planet the Phoenix Force destroys. I thought that was funny. While I like the art, because I think the art style fits this type of story, he's got issues. That's a horrible picture of Wolverine. Another good part here was you had Captain America entering the school, and the Danger Room activates and gives him actually a B- for his performance. So I thought that part was kind of funny. But if you look at everything that's going on here, it's kind of like you forgot, you didn't read the notes about how this thing started. And basically all this is doing is saying, okay, look, Phoenix is coming, Beast goes into space, which I'm like going, I understand Beast is in space because he's a scientist and maybe he can do some electronic mumbo jumbo stuff. But I mean, in space you have like Thor and Vision. I'm still trying to figure out what Valkyrie is doing in space with a sword, and you have Miss Marvel, people like that. So that matchup doesn't quite always make sense. But this is basically also the calm before the storm issue, and it's doing some heavy foreshadowing of bad things about to happen, and the Shi'ar side of things, it's going to get really nasty. So I'm really curious, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with this. Again, while I thought this was a strong issue, I think it has issues in the sense of it's not paying attention to what just happened. And finally, Avengers 29. Okay, this is something that I think this is what we call bad management in terms of story, where the stories are coming out, and also the writing, and making sure that it actually is a continuity book. This is not a continuity book. They're lying to you flat out. And what they basically did to cover their butts, so this way they can say, oh yeah, sure, it's in continuity, is the fact that they threw a two-page spread battle here, and a little bit here, and then it goes, oh, this is what happened before the big fight. And then they go into this nonsense of, Steve being all bent out of shape because of what happened, before, how basically people are mistrusting the Avengers. And that part's actually, even though I'm being down on it because I'm still angry about other things. But this is actually the progression of the way the story should go. Then you have Spider-Woman, who looked like Wanda for a second. I mean, I honestly had to re-look at this thing because I'm like, Spider-Woman is supposed to be sexy, and that's not sexy. This is somebody who looked like they aged. They hit the age-o-matic, and they gained like 20 years. And then you have Hawkeye and Spider-Woman making out in the middle of a Danger Rooms type set place. You can tell Cap is all bent out of shape. You have Spider-Woman poking him. I'm like, what the hell is going on with the writing here? You would think that this isn't like, Wolverine and Cyclops is poking him. This is Captain America. This is Hawkeye, Spider-Woman, everybody who's supposed to be holding hands, kumbaya, or they're all on the same page. And yet you're poking at him and then making out behind everybody's back. The best part was this part here, the interaction here between Steve and Thor. That part was really well done. But then again, you're waiting. Okay, where's the Phoenix? Where's the Phoenix? And I guess you can say, okay, this is the calm before the storm again. And with this scenery here, we're going to get it. No, we don't get it at all. What we get is the Avengers taking care of yesterday's news by going after AIM and Hydra again. And I'm like, this is false advertising. They should remove this section right here, because this is in an AVX title. From there, you have, I swear to God, you have Viper, a cold-blooded assassin working with Hydra and AIM and all those people, on a in front of a green screen with roses and a garden behind her. I'm like, this is AIM. This is Hydra. Why is she doing this? This isn't. She's like, we are a cult and blah 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 blah. They don't. It's very hard for me to articulate the frustration I have here, because I can tell Bendis is tired, and he needs rest because he's writing too many books. This is complete and utter nonsense. After they take care of AIM, we get another thing of the Phoenix at the very end. So again, what they basically did was they had Avengers number 25 written, probably. They probably had the plot already done. Then what they decided to do was, oh shit, you know, we need another tie-in book so we can sell it. So what we need to do is we need to take this book here, and we need to take out 2 pages, 4 pages of story that was originally supposed to be with the cleanup, and we'll just throw out the AVX stuff there. And if you look at this battle here, this battle doesn't even come close to representing what was really going on in this book here. Not once did I see Colossus fighting Iron Man. I didn't see Namor flying around. I didn't see Captain America and Magneto throwing punches, you know? Please. You know, you have Cyclops just shooting into the air. You have Wolverine jumping to nobody. I'm like, this is what gets me frustrated. Is you have talented writers and artists, and what they do is they just throw slop on the two-page spread because they think that that's what's going to get us all excited. But it's just it's crappy fan service that they don't even they're not even paying. They're insulting you by not paying attention to what was just done in this book here. You know, I would think, I don't know. If I was the artist, I think I would look at this book and go, you know, granted, while it's not printed, and granted, while it's not, they might not have completed pages, but I think I would go, okay, what are the general matchups that they're thinking of doing? Okay, great. And I think that's what I'll try to match up here. Because I think somewhere, at some point in time, I don't think the meeting said Colossus is fighting Iron Man. I don't think that was on the drawing board at all. I believe I saw Colossus fighting Red Hulk. I believe I saw Colossus fighting Spider-Man. You know, why would Captain America punch Magneto when Magneto can just use his magnetic powers, grab that shield, and send him 50 miles away? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. I mean, hell, Magneto can take Colossus and then whip him around like a wrecking ball, and all the Avengers would be unconscious. You know what I mean? Come on. This is ridiculous. It's an insult to my intelligence, and it's an insult to my fandom that Bendis and Walter are raping it by giving me this substandard crap. And that's what it is. It's really utter crap and nonsense. I don't think we should ever have to pay for this type of service ever. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up or down. Let me know what you think. I'll have more reviews up later. So